So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Got a man open, it's Chase. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Touchdown, Bengals! Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Mixon. And some room to work. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, they turned into a monster game and get them way from the shadow of their own end zone. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Gronk looks so tough to cover, sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
Now he'll escape to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Hard running at the 15. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll set up to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flush to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they help.
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Touchdown! T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good...
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, and they will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with an... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to Mixon on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Chase, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Bengals. It's complete. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on